All right, so the post-COVID wave of foreclosures is finally here, but it doesn't look the way we all thought it would look. First of all, there are way less foreclosures than we were expecting. And secondly, VA borrowers seem to be the hardest hit. But why is that? Are VA families just more susceptible to foreclosure? Or is the VA letting down the people that it was put in place to serve? Let's get into it. But before we do that, my name is Stephen Harris. I'm a real estate broker in the Fort Cavazos, Fort Hood area, and we specialize in helping military families get the most out of their VA loan benefits, whether it's buying or selling. Doesn't matter where you are in the country. If you need some help with either of those, please hit the link in the description to reach out, set up a time to talk. I would love to hear your story. We're here to serve. So imagine at the back end of the pandemic, your family saw a huge loss in income and you weren't gonna make your mortgage payment. So you call your mortgage servicer, you let them know the issue, and they say, hey, it's fine, got it all taken care of. We'll give you a 6-month grace period to not make your payments, and then we'll just tack it all on at the end of the life of your mortgage. Sounds great, right? Well, for the Queen family of Oklahoma, this is exactly what they were told, but the problem is that is not what happened. Several months after they were told that their payments would be put to the back end of their loan, they received a letter in the mail telling them that their home was getting foreclosed on. What happened? So during the pandemic, a PCP program was put in place, partial claims payment program, put in place to help families who had lost income during the pandemic. That thing came to an end in October of 2022. The issue is no families were informed that that was happening, and there were no safety nets in place to help them after it ended. So families like the Queen family, in this NPR article that recently was published, they found themselves in the midst of foreclosure and they felt as though it really wasn't their fault. Over 400,000 families used this program during the pandemic. And as of right now, about 6,000 of those families have lost their homes since the program ended in October of 2022. Now there are 34,000+ families in delinquency since this program ended, and it is causing a bit of an uproar. You want to hear something even crazier? According to ICE Mortgage Technologies, the data is telling them that VA foreclosures are up over 100% more than other government-backed loans. So what's the VA gonna do about this? Well, after numerous articles have come out about families having a hard time bouncing back after this program has ended, tons of foreclosures, and even a letter from over 25 mortgage industry and veteran advocates calling for the VA to extend the program at least another 15 months because the numbers they were seeing were saying that this is gonna end badly. The VA finally came out on November the 17th and said they would be putting a pause on foreclosures. Thank goodness. And the pause is gonna be until July 31st of 2024. It's great news for those 34,000+ families that are on their way to foreclosure right now, but it comes a little bit too late for those 6,000 families who've already lost their homes. Some of those probably could have been prevented if the proper programs were in place. And some families, like the Queen family that we mentioned earlier, reports really feeling let down by the VA. So what's the real issue here? So according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, Congress needs to authorize the VA to put in place a permanent partial payment program. Now that's a big alliteration just to say that the VA, as of right now, does not have a robust partial claims payment system that would allow their borrowers to either make lower payments and tack it onto the end of their mortgage, or just pause their payments for a little while and tack those onto the end of their mortgage with some sort of like modified loan. As of right now, VA doesn't have it, but FHA and USDA, which are other government-backed loans, they do have those programs in place. They're fully backed and fully funded, which is one major reason why we're seeing VA foreclosures go up so much higher. Veterans just don't have the resources in place to protect them from losing their homes. So what's the VA saying about this? Well, they did put the pause in place, and they're saying that they're gonna come up with a new program for partial payment that will look a lot like the PCP COVID relief program that was in place, but this could take several months. So those 6,000 families kind of just got left in the dark, but at least they're putting a pause on foreclosures now. So those 34,000 plus families don't have to lose their home. But my question is, will this just be another temporary Band-Aid put in place, or are they gonna have real permanent policy change that protects our veterans? The VA loan is one of the best loans out there when it comes to acquiring a home. But as of right now, when it comes to helping people keep their homes during hard times, it just doesn't carry its weight, and that's truly a shame. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this and report it as new developments come about. We're super happy to see that there's a pause put in place because even that was controversial. But we would like to see some long-term permanent change to the way VA handles hardships of its veterans who have taken out a mortgage. Thanks for taking a little bit of time with me. And if you want to learn a little bit more about VA, this video is going to be perfect for you. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.